You ain't got that phone on, have you?
No.
I remember when I was a lad, times were hard and things were bad. There's a silver lining behind every cloud. Just poor people, that's all we were, trying to make a living out of black land. We'd get together.
You got to realize that me and Mother had just bought a farm. Oh, it had 4 mortgages, paid them all off. She didn't work. We had 2 more kids.
No, baby, Beth was born in town.
Just had 1 more then.
Yeah, Beverly. Lantry was ready to start school, Daddy.
Remodeled the house. Times were good. It was a complete cover-up, and I'm gonna tell you why. They, at the hospital, the bullet that was in him, they dropped it in formaldehyde right then. So you couldn't tell whether it come through Connolly and hit him, or was another bullet come from another direction and hit him. And another thing they done, they took the limousine right then and completely scrubbed it. The car they was in, took all of everything, cleaned it from one end to the other. And then the scarlet hole in his head, from when he left Dallas to when he got to Washington, it wasn't the same hole. Somebody had enlarged it to make it look like a bullet had come from a different direction. Lee Harvey Oswald did not kill President Kennedy. A lot of people thought that Lyndon Johnson was behind it, since they hated each other's guts. See, the Kennedys are up and did rich, and poor Lyndon Johnson, he's like the rest of us. He's just an old poor guy, or not poor, but he doesn't mess with cattle. And every time that Lyndon would come into a fancy restaurant where the Kennedys were, they'd say, I smell cow shit. He hated their guts. And I was just in awe of it, because I believed it. But there's a lot of people that in the South, especially the farmers that are maybe not well educated, did not believe that we had people on the moon. To give you an example, so Shorty Isom, out yonder to the left of Holly Pond, he come in there that morning. We'd stopped there to get a sandwich to dinner, and he come in there with his breeches legs rolled up. He'd been picking peas, and he said, I'm gonna tell y'all what, they know more of a man on the moon than anything. Said, I looked up there last night, and it didn't look a bit different. Said, I'm gonna tell you what them people was doing. They was jumping around out there in the Mojave Desert. That's what he said. They just said they was on the moon. You can't tell me there's on the moon. Shorty Isom believed that. A lot of people believed it. Scared to death. Yeah, we knew what was going on, because we had television, and we know that Kennedy, I don't know, he bluffed Khrushchev.
Yeah.
And they turned that ship around and went back. But it was we were 1 second from nuclear war. Bomb shelters these people are selling would have been no good. And why do you want to survive in a bomb shelter and you come out in the whole world? When Castro was raising so much cane, when the war was going on, I was working in Decatur. And we was traveling every day. We'd stop out on Highway 20, and this old man, we'd get him to make us cheese, bologna sandwiches, and stuff that wouldn't spoil, and take it with us. Was working the Decatur Memphis toll line. It went from Decatur to Memphis, and we went in there one morning, and that old guy said, "Boy, I'm gonna tell you what, old Castro is just raised in hell down there in Cuba." He called him Castro. Excuse me.
Daddy, sing